and welcome back to Calling the Shots. It's me, Kiki, here with
Sarah.
Welcome back, guys.
It still feels weird.
It's still so exciting. If this is your first episode, then you're probably like, what are you talking about? And that's fine. We're just kind of in a new little era, so we're having a good time. Kiki and Sarah here.
Kiki and Sarah.
Back together again. Feels like a reunion for us because we've just spent so much time together in our lives before.
Yeah.
But what's going on with you these days, Sarah? We love starting with life updates. Also, you're new. So let's just talk about the things. Tell me what you're doing these days.
And I'm like, my life is so uneventful. I literally just work like all the time. It has gotten a little better because Pac-12 officially is like done with like sports for the season until like August. So that's really nice because
that's like half of your schedule.
Yeah, it frees up my like evenings.
Yeah.
And we'll still have like projects that we work on and things like that, but it's definitely not like, oh, you're set to work this game on this day. So.
Well, you've entered the off season.
Yes.
Which is, as much as it is a thing for athletes, it's a thing for everyone who works in sports. Very true. It is. Major League Soccer has like literally the shortest professional offseason ever.
I'm like, always play. Soccer in general, I feel like they're always playing.
It's just like, it's pretty constant because also like
there's tournaments outside of league.
Yes. So like NFL, you're only playing NFL games. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like other like in college, like you're generally playing your conference. You're just playing NCAA games.
Yeah.
But yeah, in soccer, it's like, ooh, you have your league and you have international games and these random tournaments. Yeah. And so it goes for a while.
Yeah, there's like no real end.
There isn't.
Some people like to watch at certain times of the year. And less at others, but it feels like there's always soccer on.
It's true. But you've entered your
off-season.
Off-season-ish. I mean, you're still like always working the podcast for KSL and stuff. But
super fun. But
your schedule's less like up in the air because when you're working games in a tournament style, like you don't know when your next game is or if there will be another one.
It's very true. So it was bittersweet that Stanford was the last baseball team for the Pac-12 in the NCAA tournament. So it was like sad, but also I was like, I don't have to like keep Kiki on her toes about when we can film.
It's like hard to explain to people. Scheduling is hard though with those things.
Yeah.
When you're like, it's like, oh, when are you free? It's like, I'm not 100%. Give me some time.
Yeah, I was like, let me see how this game pans out, and that will give me a better idea.
And it's so funny because if you plan on it being like ending, it won't. Like this was... And this is the thing, even, like, if you're working a game, or even if you're just going to a game and you're like, oh, and then we'll go get dinner at this place after, or we'll do this after.
Never buy movie tickets.
Seriously, Sarah and I worked with someone who was, like, working camera for a game, and they bought, like, it was, like, premiere tickets to like, Avengers Endgame, which, for Sarah and I, is a big deal.
Yes, we're big Marvel fans.
Yeah, we are big Marvel fans. And... it went into, like, the game went into extra innings. Yeah. Anytime you plan on something after a game, you're cursing it. It's going to go into overtime.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, or it's just going to be, like, a long game.
So I'm always like, maybe I get off at this time. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah.
But, so that was kind of good. It's definitely freed up some of my life. And then I actually booked tickets to go home to see my family.
Shut up. In Florida.
Yeah. So at the end of July...
Oh, that's kind of soon. That's like in a month-ish. That's like a month.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm so excited. But like, I was debating if I should go home or not. And I kept...
Go home.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's kind of expensive. But I found like some cheap flights. So I'm going to go.
Flights are also just more expensive in general than they used to be.
But I swear. I found... flying Allegiant through
Does
Provo
Allegiant
Airport.
Go Provo to Florida now?
Mm-hmm. One way,
Game changer.
Like nonstop.
How long is that flight?
It's 4 hours.
Okay, so bring something like comfy because Allegiant flights aren't the most comfortable,
but they're so cheap.
They're worth it for how cheap they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, by us, we have Salt Lake Airport or Provo Airport. But Provo is getting more flights.
Slowly. It's super small, which I kind of like.
I kind of like it too.
Because it relieves I get so stressed when I go to the airport for so many reasons.
Same.
Once I'm, at my gate, I'm fine. But, just getting there, getting through security, getting to my gate, I get so much anxiety about it.
Yeah.
So... I don't know, flying through the Provo airport, which I did for the first time earlier this year, a few months ago.
You hadn't done it before that?
I hadn't done it before that. No, ever.
Oh, shut up. I've been flying out of Provo every now and then since 2018.
I remember, I think I dropped you off one time.
You probably did.
And I was like, this is, especially since they revamped it, got the new terminal. It's so nice, it's so nice. Clean.
It's nice. It's nice, clean, small. Small airports are underrated.
Yes.
Because it's just easy to get in and out of there. You don't have to worry about security as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, I just went home for the weekend, actually. Well, I went home and then I was visiting my family for a couple days. Mm-hmm. And then my dad's a pilot and we're a couple hours from the Bay.
Yeah.
But my boyfriend's in the Bay. So then my dad flew my mom, my sister, my brother and I, and we met up with my boyfriend and had lunch in the Bay Area and it was fun. So I feel this. I flew out of Salt Lake, and a lot of times I fly out of Provo because...
Did you fly Delta out of Salt Lake?
No. So here's the thing, guys. When you fly Delta, you're in the very first...
Gate A.
Which
is where you want to be in the Salt Lake Airport.
In the Salt Lake Airport, it is a mile walk to the other gate.
And that's not an exaggeration.
I'm not kidding. I was on the bus to get to the airport from South Park and they're be prepared, it's a 0.9 mile walk. So I'm are you kidding? So it's just tough. And I was stressed. I literally had stress dreams before leaving because the day before I was I don't know, I need to ask a couple more of my friends if they can take me to the airport. Otherwise I'm just going to take Trax.
Yeah.
But Trax just takes a while.
So long.
It just takes so long.
Yeah.
So I ended up taking Trax, but I was stressed the night before because I just didn't know. Yeah. And I was should I park my car there? But then, anyways, nobody cares about all those details. The point is I took Trax.
You were stressed.
I was stressed. I had stress dreams, and then I had stress dreams coming back because I was going to Uber and go straight to work.
Yeah. And
then have someone just pick me up from work because I work kind of close enough to the airport to pay for an Uber. And then as I landed, everyone's oh, we're working from home today. I was well, cool. I'll just I'll just go to the Trax. It took me 3 hours. I don't, it took so long because I just
stopped so much.
From the time I landed to the time I got home, it took 3 hours. I did stop for Panera because there's Panera in the airport. Sarah and I love Panera bread.
Did you hear that they're opening a Panera in Riverton?
Yes. We're going to go to that. You and I are going to go.
Well, yes, 100%.
Anyways,
opening day.
We'll be there. We will be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to get Panera, and then it was just Trax only runs once an hour, and I had missed it by 10 minutes, and you had to take a connecting Trax. So it just took a long time, and it's fine.
I'm stressed just listening.
It was stressful. Yeah. It was stressful, but the trip itself was super fun. I love going to California. I saw the new Spider-Man movie.
I need to see it. I was going to see it literally last night, and
Tuesday.
Some stuff came up.
$5 Tuesday.
Yeah, $5 Tuesday. So I didn't end up going.
Ugh, tough. You need to go.
I need to go.
And then you need to talk to me about it.
Yes.
Obviously.
I'll send you a voice memo.
Yeah, send me a voice memo. Sarah and I send voice memos. Send me a voice memo. I loved it. Really well done. I literally, right before the movie, was saying, I'm super lost in what my music taste is right now. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just I don't know what I feel like listening to, but I'll feel like that for a month.
Yeah,
it's
and then
weird.
You're all my music just feels old and I've listened to it a million times.
But then I'm not loving new stuff.
The Spider-Verse, Spider-Mans always have the best soundtracks.
The best. And this is the cartoon one, guys.
This is the comic.
The comic one. Yeah. And they just do such a good job with it. So watch it, and then maybe we'll talk about it on the pod.
Oh my gosh. I need to see it. But yeah, that's basically it. Nothing crazy.
I know, it's kind of it with me too. But I'm excited for you to go home.
Yeah.
How long are you going to be home for?
I'm going for a week. So
Fun.
Because Allegiant only flies to Florida on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I either go and I'm there, since it's a 4-hour flight, it takes up most of my day. And that's
so
not including time
literally
changes,
there
2.5 days.
Yeah.
I calculated it, and it was expensive for that, and it was barely more to go for the whole week. I was like, you know what? Like, I deserve a break. I've been working a lot.
The week. Go for
I haven't had like a full week off in who knows how long. So I was like,
I'm excited for you. You do. It is so important to make sure you're just taking your breaks in life.
Yeah, and I was like, it's still kind of the off season. Things will start to pick back up as I'm getting back.
Yeah.
But I was like, my chance to go on a vacation.
There's windows. And you can't, if you miss the window, you're not doing anything.
The off season is here. And like, even the Pac-12 was like, if you're going to go on a vacation, this is the time to do it. So I was like, I need to go home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so excited.
Well, amazing. I can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah. What about you?
That's honestly it. Mainly that I went home and just like relaxed and saw the new Spider-Man movie, honestly. So nice. But yeah, it was fun. I normally go to California like a lot, but I hadn't been in like since like January, which is a lot for me because I usually go every few months. So I was like, it's been like 6 months, I gotta go. So yeah, it was good. It was so fun. Well, should we talk about the things? We haven't told you guys what we're doing today. Well, we have. If you listen to the last episode, you know what we're doing.
We teased it.
We did. We will be doing Would You Rather, but first, just a few little things to catch you guys up on.
Quick little headlines.
Quick little updates for you. Sarah, let's start here. Are you a Swiftie? Tell me your feelings. And you can be whatever. We welcome everyone here.
This is a safe place. And I just want to say, I'm okay with people being Taylor Swift fans. I personally am not a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, that's what I love, thought.
Like the nostalgia of like country Taylor.
Same.
Love country Taylor.
Teardrops on my guitar.
There's a few songs that I listen to now that I hear and I'm like, oh, like that's a good song. And like, don't get me wrong, she's catchy. She makes hits. Super successful. Yeah. Like a
successful woman is great.
Yes.
But
I just personally not my taste in music, not what I prefer to listen to.
And you know what? I feel the same. And it sounds like we're in good company.
Yeah. I'm so happy we're on the same page.
Because Mr. Joe Burrow, the one and only heartthrob of the NFL, it's getting wild, he was asked about Taylor Swift. And I feel like everyone feels like they have to say they love her.
Yeah.
Like, especially, I don't know.
Because I'm not saying all Swifties, but there's a large group of Swifties out there that are aggressively a Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, aggressive.
And if you
it
are
is their
not,
personality.
That's not an option.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me hesitate to say I'm not a Swiftie.
Right? I'm like, don't come for me. You can like whoever you want to like.
Yes.
Okay?
Same goes for me. And you.
Yeah. Everything.
And Joe Burrow.
And Joe Burrow. But it made me laugh because he was asked about this in a press conference, which lately, it's just funny. I feel like social media has like changed the nature of press conferences. It's like, what's going to get the social media attention?
Yeah.
Someone asked him because Taylor Swift is playing like in Cincinnati. And so they were like, are you going to go? And he was like, I can't say I listen to too much Taylor Swift, like on the speakers or headphones. Like I know a lot of people do. It's just not me. But like I heard the tour's fun, so maybe I'll stop by.
Yeah.
And literally the NFL, okay, I shouldn't say the NFL because I'm pretty sure the Bengals did it and then just like collabed with the NFL.
Yeah.
But it's like at Joe Burrow, the Swiftie with star eyes. I'm like, he literally just said he didn't listen to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was like,
guys,
it's okay if he's not a Swiftie.
Yeah. And I guess like especially after like Aaron Rodgers was seen at a concert, that's probably what sparked a conversation.
Was it JJ Watt? There was another player that went to her concert, the very first concert.
Yeah.
And was like, or maybe it was Zach Ertz. I don't remember. They went to like her first one she did and they were like,
oh
wow, it was so good, and like did this whole video. And I feel like that like started it, and now it's like all these celebrities and athletes go, and celebrities already went too, but it's interesting the like effect she's had on the sports world. So I just respect Joe Burrow for like being real.
Yeah, being honest that, you know, it's not his cup of tea.
And it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. And I feel like him saying it will help normalize it because people love him so much that like he can say that and not get attacked.
Yeah, exactly. He can.
So hopefully that means I can say it now. And
thank you, Joe Burrow. pioneering the way for us.
For our formal thanks.
Thank you, Joey. Okay, what else we got? Oh, last week we recorded on a Tuesday, I believe. And then, like, literally later that night, I think it was?
Yeah.
The Vegas Knights won the Stanley Cup. And because we talked about Stanley Cup, I just feel like we have to say, A, that happened.
Yes.
So congrats to them. They're like a new team that has just been super good.
Yeah. Really taken off.
Really taken off. But what was kind of cute and getting attention was one of the players and his wife, who her name's Emily Carlson. She's married to William Carlson. They put their baby in the Stanley Cup.
Oh my gosh.
So, did you see this video? I sent it to you. Did I send it to you?
No, I don't think you did.
Okay, well, go to our saved collaborations.
Well, you might have sent it and I might have missed it.
I don't know. We send each other a lot of stuff.
I
don't know if you guys watch Bachelor. Emily, she was one of the Fergie twins.
Oh my gosh, you did send it to me.
Yeah, I did.
I
literally ignoring me. Cool.
You know, I am so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, so Emily was on The Bachelor like years ago. Do you watch Bachelor?
I've seen seasons, but I'm not like diehard.
Yeah, I used to be diehard. Haven't been diehard in a few years. Like, don't watch it anymore. But I did watch the season with her and her twin sister. And anyways, she's now married to one of the Vegas Knights players, William Carlson, and they put their baby in the Stanley Cup.
So cute. Oh my gosh.
And I also feel like that shows how large the Stanley Cup is.
Yeah, that just shows, because that baby's not small. Like,
yeah, like it's a baby.
Yeah.
It's not a newborn.
It's not a newborn.
It's not fresh out of the womb.
Yeah. Correct. She didn't just come straight from the hospital.
In case anyone was confused or wondering.
But like, yeah, oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Oh,
He's so cute.
So cute. And there was like some cool celebration pictures where like all the players were on the ice and they happened to like film a heart and it was like a photo
I saw that
them.
One. I did see that.
It was literally like over their heads and one player's looking up screaming. I'm like, there's just some cool stuff with that.
So many,
that was cool.
Super fun for them.
Super fun. What else is going on, Sarah?
Jokic, since we mentioned him last time.
Our NBA Finals MVP.
Yes.
He continues to get attention.
Yeah, continues to just show how chill he is and how he was not expecting to go to a parade after winning the NBA Finals.
And which is the thing, guys. This is, regardless of, like, what sport it is, like, it is very well known that when you win a championship, you
have a parade, through the city
and
of where your home city.
Yeah, and it's a big deal. Like, people get work off for it. Like, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, and they're on a bus with a trophy. It's, like, crazy. And so he was like, wait, I have to be where? And it's not for another week? I want to go home.
Yeah. He literally, like, to him, like, this is like his 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, it's just so casual to him, which is crazy because
he just happens to be good at basketball.
Yeah. And this is, how he does it.
And people were kind of like, saying a lot like about him not wanting to do the parade. But
he did the parade. He loved it. Him and his daughter. Did you see the videos of him and his daughter?
No, I didn't.
His daughter literally like stole the show and was on top like of the bus with him and waving at people, and he's like just having the best girl dad ever. Like shout out to Jokic, because like man, it was so cute. And so he ended up loving it, had a fun time, wanted it to go longer.
Yeah, he said that because he knew that people were saying things about him not wanting to be on the parade. He's like, actually, I want to be here.
Yeah, it was fun. He enjoyed it and then went back home and
now he's in
Serbia.
Serbia just watching horse racing, which seems like what he wants to do all the time.
And like just living his best life in his
I kind of love
home country.
I feel like it's so glamorized, like the Michael Jordan mindset of like I'm psycho competitive and I have to be the best. I kind of am like whoever you are is fine.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he's like, honestly, my family means the most. I gotta go home.
Yeah, his priorities aren't just on
the game of basketball. I love that about him.
Yeah, which is great because ultimately, it is a game. And yes, amazing that he can play at that level.
And be so good.
But, like, in the end of the day, it's just a game, and that is his job. He gets paid to do it.
And he gets paid a lot of money.
But
he supports his family with it. Yeah. So I kind of was like, that's kind of cool to see someone be different than, like, I just lost, so I'm going to sit and, like, watch the other team celebrate, and that's going to fuel me. That's fine if that's you, but that doesn't have to be you.
It doesn't, you don't have to be that ultra intense person to be successful. Yeah. And he is proving that.
And I love that. Yeah. Personally. Also, this one will just, our final thing really quick. Inter Miami, man, we talked about how they're getting Messi. We went off on Messi. Like,
whole tangent.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm honestly not even sorry, but it happened.
But if, like, you're not super interested, apologies. We just love him.
Yeah. So now they're going for, like, another Barca player, Sergio Busquets. And we'll just see what happens. Those are the rumors. Most of the time, rumors do come from somewhere. We shall see. Yeah. But I'm just like, they're bottom team in the league, and now they're just gonna have these good players. I don't know. It just, to me, I'm like, I feel like you're good with Messi. Yeah. You don't need to build a super team.
But hey, the fact that, like, that's even a rumor that you can go and snag those big guys and bring them to the MLS is, like,
that's true. Huge. That is crazy. So Miami might be super good, but that's kind of what happens when you bring the best player in the world, like, to your team. Other people from the best of the best leagues.
It's gonna turn heads for sure.
Want to come. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So we'll keep you updated with how Miami's looking. Right now, just some other rumors. But speaking of rumors, it is rumored that Messi's first game for Inter Miami will be on July 21st.
Exciting.
Yeah. The transfer window opens July 5th. He can play after that. So, yeah, I will be counting down. I'm pretty sure all the Miami games are already sold out across the United States.
Not a surprise.
Yeah, not a surprise. Not just in Miami, but literally across the United States. Mm-hmm. I hope they upgrade to, like, NFL stadiums or something to fit more people.
Yeah, because that'd be sick. Yeah, that would be awesome.
And that would benefit each club because clubs make money off of people coming to their games. So that's my hope. Exciting. And now I'm excited for something else.
Yes.
Our first game we're going to play together. Sarah and I, we told you guys, we're doing Would You Rather. And we didn't tell each other ours ahead of time, obviously. Mm-hmm. That would literally ruin it.
Want to be a surprise.
Wanted to be a surprise. So we're going to ask each other some Would You Rather questions. Some of them are, like, sports directly. Some of them are pop culture directly. Some of them are a mixture.
Mixed, yeah.
And we honestly don't know if ours match up.
Yeah.
If they're not the same energy, it's still going to be fun.
Yeah. I was a little stressed. I was like, Kiki, hopefully this works out.
No, I think it'll be fun. Okay, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, this one's pretty easy. Let's just start with an easy one. Would you rather be a professional athlete and be, like, known to be, like, everybody knows your name, like Tom Brady level, Messi level? Mm-hmm. Or would you rather be any other type of celebrity?
Interesting.
Yeah. Kind of in it.
That's a good question.
We're going to have to talk through some of these.
Yeah, because here's the thing. When I was young, like, I wanted to play sports at a high level.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to play at the college level and see where it took me. But also, like everyone's story, injuries happen, you know? Mm-hmm. And so at the same time, like, I didn't want that to be my whole life.
Yeah.
And if you play at that level, it's kind of going to be your whole life.
It's kind of your whole life. You know, but as a celebrity, like, that's also kind of your whole life.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, I could be a low-key celebrity at some, you know what I mean? Or do I have to be, like,
oh my gosh, now we're getting into the rules of it.
I'm sorry.
You're still, like, you are very well known either way.
Okay, then if that's the case, I would probably want to do something I love, and that's sports. So probably be an athlete.
I think that too, because I also think there are some people who would see Tom Brady and not know what he looks like.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
If you're not, especially if I was, like, a professional athlete at soccer. Like, soccer isn't, it's popular, but, like
Alex Morgan can't, like, this shouldn't even be a thing, but I'm sure she could go some places and people would not know who she was.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're, like, Beyonce.
Yeah.
people are, or like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I can only think of music artists right now.
I'm trying to help you, and I'm like,
Tom Holland.
Actress? Yeah, actors.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Yeah, I feel like it's just it's different. But sports could be niche.
Yeah, there's a possibility. So I would probably say a professional athlete.
Okay.
Yeah. Which would be kind of fun.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. Mine. Would you rather have dinner with Michael B. Jordan or Steve Young?
Okay.
I thought this would be a good one. And it like mixes.
Yeah. So you guys should know Sarah and I love Michael B. Jordan.
Big fans.
We literally have
who isn't?
Who isn't? Me, her, and our friend Ashton have a group message on Instagram that we've had for years called Love of My Life. And we only send Michael B. Jordan content.
Only Michael. I mean, occasionally other like heartthrobs.
Yeah.
But majority.
It is made for Michael B.
Made for, yeah.
Okay. So keep that in mind. Love that man. Also keep in mind, I love Steve Young. I've talked about him before. NFL Hall of Famer, BYU icon.
Yes.
Like, I literally love him. This is where it gets interesting for me. The idea of having dinner with Steve Young seems way more tangible than the idea of having dinner with Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Because, as you know, Steve Young is just like the nicest, best human ever. And he's like, texted me before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember. How did this happen? He texted me. One time he sent like a video wishing me happy birthday and I lost my mind because I literally love him.
Yes.
And like even, I think I forgot to tell you, but like back in this past football season, I had friends who went to the Stanford game and he like is still in the Bay Area. And he was like, and my friend was like, I know Kiki. And he was like, you know Kiki? Hey, give her a big hug for me. I know.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, okay, and he stops them and he like looks at them seriously. He's like, no, I'm being serious. Give her a hug for me.
Oh my gosh.
I love Steve Young.
Wow.
So it's tough because I feel like Michael B. Jordan would be crazy because it's like that doesn't seem real. That being said,
but if you could choose, like if both were tangible, like if you could have either one.
The fact is I'm like, I do feel like conversation would be most interesting with Steve Young. Michael Jordan, I just want to stare at him. Yeah. Like, I won't have anything to say. Like I would just be, like, the thought of having dinner with Michael B. Jordan makes me want to puke. Like, it makes me want to throw up. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able, like,
to function.
Like, I feel like I would bail because I'd be, like, in tears or something.
Yeah, I'd be so stressed.
Like, I'd be so stressed.
But, like, he seems such a nice guy.
But I think he's so cool. And that's the thing. I actually think we'd be homies.
Yeah. But
I can't pick this one.
I thought it was going to be hard, but I didn't know it'd be this hard.
It's very hard.
I mean,
I feel like it depends on the day.
Okay.
Today, Steve Young.
Okay.
After I watch Creed, might be Michael B.
It's true.
Can't lie. Okay, because you asked that, I'm going to ask
a
question.
I'm scared.
I'm going to parallel that. I had this written down before Sarah asked me this question. Would you rather spend the day with Tim Tebow or Michael B. Jordan? I put have dinner with, and then I was like, I'm going to switch it because she's literally going to write have dinner with. But we could do have dinner with if it would parallel well. Yeah. Whichever you prefer.
No.
It's tough.
I'm in the same boat where, like, with Michael B., like, here's the thing. I love Michael B. Jordan, but mainly because, like, he's just beautiful to look at.
Yeah, he's just a
good looking. Similar with you, like Tim Tebow is so much more than just like, oh, he's pretty.
Yeah,
you know,
more than eye candy.
So I'd probably say Tim Tebow
because I think the conversations, right? Yeah. It's like kind of what would come down the conversations. Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan would be cool to hang out with for like 30 minutes or something. Yeah, it's like, oh, that was so dope. He was so nice. Yeah. And maybe we're just not giving Michael B. Jordan enough credit, and he does have, like, depth.
I truly think I would Oh, and he for sure has depth.
No, he for sure does. I think we both probably know more about our like sports icons. Like you've read Tim Tebow books. I've read Steve Young books. I was
like, hasn't had as big of an impact on my life like Tim Tebow has had on my life. Does that make sense?
That's a good oof.
Because like the reason I wanted to do what I like am going to do with my career is like a lot to do with Tim Tebow. So like, because of that, there's just so much depth there to like why I love him compared to why I love Michael B. Which nothing against Michael B.
We can't state this enough. Nothing against Michael B.
Great
Jordan.
Man. But yeah, probably
Tim Tebow.
Probably Tim Tebow.
Okay. It's actually your turn again because you answered a lot faster than I did.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna go with like a non-sportsy one.
Ew, let's do it.
So would you rather have a beach day or a lake day? And both are like the worst.
This is so tough.
Like, lake day, you have the boat, you have the wakeboard, you have the tube, like you have that all, or you have a beach day.
Okay, this is tough. I would say I would take Lake Powell over any type of beach day. Have you been to Lake Powell?
I have been to Lake Powell.
It's so cool.
And
I love Lake Tahoe, but I've been there a million times and the water's kind of cold. Whereas Lake Powell, you're just like jumping in all the time, like even at night. So it's just like there's more options, I feel like. That being said, if it was any random lake that wasn't maybe one of those two, or for sure just not Lake Powell, then I'd do beach day because I love like sunsets on the beach, just like the seagulls flying by.
That's why I was kind of surprised when you said that.
I was
know. Like, you're a California girl. I
am a California girl, and I like, I love the ocean. Like honestly, if it's anywhere except Lake Powell, it really would be a beach day because I like Carlsbad, San Diego. I'm just like, that is literally where I want to be all the time. Yeah. And like I go swimming in the ocean. Yeah. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Lake Powell is just like, the water's just so nice. Yeah. And it's just like a different, it like really comes down to the nitty gritties. But I'm like, I imagine like staying on the lake, like on a lake house or something like that. And so I feel like that gives you like more options.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Lake Powell then?
So Lake Powell wins.
Yeah.
But like,
if it's not Lake
anything
Powell,
else, it's the beach.
Okay.
And maybe this might change. Again, this answer might change, but I'm dying to go on a Lake Powell trip. So like currently I'm struggling.
Yeah. I've been once with, he's technically like my second cousin, but he's old enough that I call him my uncle.
Oh,
and he has a really nice houseboat.
Dude.
And like the works, and he invited my family and like my cousin.
Shut up. When was this?
This was like years ago at this point. This was like 2019.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah, but it was so fun. And now I'm like, but if I did Lake Powell, if it's not that level,
it's like hard I don't to know. Compare.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is it's a different, because I've done one where it was like, bougie houseboat.
Yeah.
And I did them like a week and a half apart from each other. I know. I had fun last summer, okay? I might have been internally a mess and jobless, but I had fun. But aside from the point, no, the houseboat was like super run down, and that actually the other one, and I was like, it's kind of like camping. It's just a different experience.
Yeah.
So, anyways, okay, this one is like super weird. Oh, would you rather be humiliated on the Jumbotron, like to the point where you're a viral meme?
Okay.
Or would you rather never be able to watch or talk about Vampire Diaries again? Sarah's eyes got big.
Okay. Just so you guys know, me and Kiki also very big Vampire Diaries fans.
Vampire Diaries.
If you don't know what it is, go Google it right now.
Go Google it. Go watch it.
Especially if you are a female and similar age to us, you're gonna love it.
I know a lot of dudes actually who do like Vampire Diaries.
That's true.
I think but dudes are hesitant.
The eye candy is there on both sides.
Yeah. So true.
But
we watch anytime a friend starts it.
I'm so disappointed in myself for not putting a Vampire Diaries question in my.
I was really thinking. I'm honestly proud of myself for thinking something you didn't.
Oh my gosh.
There's no right answer.
I think I'm at. This is hard. Because I haven't watched Vampire Diaries in a while, and you talking about it makes me want to go and watch it.
Anytime I talk about it, I want to go watch it. Or anytime someone talks about it.
I don't know if I would want to be humiliated, though. But at the same time, like, I'm at that point in life where, like, yeah, I'll be humiliating and I'll be known for that. But I feel like it would also, like, eventually it goes away.
Like, you'd get over it.
Yeah, it's not and, like, deep. So does everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, there's another meme out there that's going to come about that would probably top me. Whereas, like, I want to be able to watch Vampire Diaries and talk about it when I want to watch and talk about it. Because, like, do I follow Ian Somerhalder? He's one of the actors that plays one of the vampires. On Instagram, yeah, I do. And I want to see his content.
Yeah, so true.
Probably get humiliated. That might say a lot about me.
So much. That makes me so happy.
And, you know, that you can judge me if you want, but, you know, I will take that humiliation proudly if it means I can watch and talk about Vampire Diaries.
Okay. That's a good answer.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, would you rather sit courtside at a Warriors game? Peak Warriors game, okay? Yeah. Rivals. Playing which is the Lakers, right?
Yeah. Here's the question, though. Is this like are we talking like NBA Finals, or are we just talking about epic game?
Let's go finals. Okay. Let's make this hard. Okay, courtside at a finals game with the Warriors, or 50-yard line at a 49ers game. Super Bowl.
Okay. Actually, that is tough. And that is tough, particularly because I love Steph Curry.
Sure? You said that really fast.
Much. But I have not been to an NFL game.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, me
neither, actually, now that I think about it.
That's crazy because you work for NFL Network, so that's even crazier. But yes. I think for me, like, I love basketball. Initially, I was like, I can't decide. Then I was like, time out. You do love football more than you love basketball at the end of the day. So I was like, okay, I had to go with that.
Yeah.
And maybe I'd text Steve Young and be like, hey, I'm here. Look it up.
Give me a hug yourself.
Please. Yeah, please hug me yourself. Wow, okay. That was a good question, though. Okay, let me. I wrote down, I have a few more, but I'll how many have we done? Should we do like one more each?
Yeah, we've done 4
We've done 4. Let's do one more each. Okay. I don't know. I feel like something's wrong with my brain for thinking of this. Okay.
Oh, no.
Would you rather know how every game of every sport plays out for the next year? So you know the final score of every game. It's like locked in your memory. You can't forget it. Or would you would you be fine only watching one sport for the whole year? You can't watch any other sports. You'd have to pick one to watch and not know what goes on with any of the other ones.
Oh my gosh. Probably the first one.
Know how things play out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it loses the excitement. Yeah. But
it's also, there's some teams that I watch and I get so invested that when they're losing and when they lose, it, like, changes my mood for the day.
I just had a core memory pop up.
But yeah, keep specifically, going. Like, the Gators, because I'm a big Florida Gator fan, and, like, I will have a hard time watching a game if it's going so poorly. Mm-hmm. Whereas if I already know that they're going to lose...
You'll, like, emotionally be prepared.
I'll be prepared for it, and then I can sit and watch the game and be a loyal fan. Where it's, like, me and my mom is like this, too. Like, we both, like, have to get up and, like, walk away for a sec because we're like, I can't watch this. It's, like, sometimes when they, like, play so bad, it's, like, painful to watch, you know?
Yeah.
And they've had some seasons like that, let me tell you. So,
you'd rather be aware of it.
I'd rather be aware of it, yeah, and then be able to watch any sport I want.
Yeah. Because it would be hard to, like...
Also, if I was a gambling woman...
that's what I thought too.
You could make some money.
I'm not a gambling woman.
I'm not either.
But I would be one.
Yeah,
I would be one if I knew the score to everything.
Let me specify that. But if I knew the score to everything, I could make some real money.
Catch me trying to be casual about it so I don't, like, get caught somehow.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
But
I would be very strategic about, like, which games.
And I guess at the end of the day, you would be predicting, like, the scores. Like, you wouldn't... I mean... No, you know, like, the scores. You don't know, like, oh, George Kittle had 8 catches for 80 yards or what. You know what I mean?
So it limits, but still.
But you still could make bank. Like, you predict the Super Bowl score correctly.
There was a guy who predicted the winner, the team that would win the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup, and the Super Bowl.
No way.
And he, like, won so much money. It was insane. It wasn't this year. I think it was last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he won, like, millions of dollars. It was crazy.
Wow.
So, like,
that's some back to the future stuff.
I'm not a gambling woman, but
wow.
If I knew all the scores, that might change my mind.
That would change my mind, let me tell you. It's not even gambling. You just know. You're not gambling.
That's
anything.
The other side of it. But yeah, also because I get invested. And I've been trying to be better about that. It's not with every sport and every team.
The ones that mean most.
Yeah, the ones that really hit home. So.
No. You know I'll never forget when BYU lost to Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
You know I'll never forget when BYU lost to Utah at home in 2021. No, 2019.
Was it the rain delay one?
Yeah, it was the rain delay one. And there was some aftermath that we won't talk about on this podcast. We'd love to share things with you guys, but we will not be sharing that. The real ones.
You know, we've
lived.
There's been some battle wounds, but hey, we're here. Okay.
Stronger than ever.
My last one isn't sports related, but it's kind of fun. Would you rather only listen to music on the road trip or only listen to podcasts on a road trip?
Okay. Really good question. I've become a podcast girl so much more in the past year.
Yeah.
That being said, I do never road trip by myself, and I feel like it's easiest to listen to music with someone else because finding a podcast, and maybe it just depends, but like I listen to like shorter podcasts. Yeah. And literally, my boyfriend and I road trip to California. He's like, "Want to listen to a podcast?" I was like, "Sure. What do you got?" He's like, "This educational thing that's 3 hours." I was like,
yeah.
So we won't be listening to that.
No, my boyfriend's the same way.
Right? It's like, that's great.
That's a little too much.
That's just a little much for me.
Yeah.
So
can we take breaks?
Yeah. Can we literally? I was like, maybe we listen to like an hour, and then he's like, "What? Oh, why?" So I think sometimes it's hard to be on the same page with podcasts. It's easier almost with music.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say that. Music. But if it was like, if I was by myself, that is hard because podcasts, I feel like keep you going.
That's why I was like, only makes it tough. Because like there's times where like it's nice to listen to the beginning of that road trip. You're like pumped.
You're jamming.
And then like halfway through, you're like, man, I'm dying. I need something to like stimulate. We talked a lot. Remember, your voice was like gone by the time we got to California because we
did, and we played. I think we played Would You Rather, and then we asked like we said all my close friends. We were like, give us Would You Rathers, and they involved like Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, we got very invested.
We made
the Vampire Diaries back and forth between Team
Damon and Team Stefan. Guys, this is how invested we are in Vampire Diaries. Our friend Ken's that was with us hadn't watched it yet. Yeah. I forget she hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
We were so invested. She was like, I have to go watch this show. And she watched it. So
after that heated discussion,
we were like screaming on the phone we were like calling people. We were like on the phone with our
calling
friends.
us too. True. Like being like, how could you pick
this person over this person?
Yeah. It was,
that was so funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Okay. Good Would You Rathers. That's all of them. Guys, I think we need to we'll do another round of this at some point in the future. Yeah. Because it's honestly really fun.
It's fun and there's so many questions.
So many.
Yeah.
Like I don't
But I tried my hardest to make them like very targeted towards you.
Same. No, it'd be fun one day once we, it'd be fun to hear if you guys have good ones. I love hearing other people's Would You Rathers. Yeah. Literally, like I said, we did it on a road trip.
If you have any,
send them our way.
Maybe we'll make like a little question.
That'd be so fun.
On our story.
Well, ask me a question. Or we could do like an anonymous one if people don't want. We can do like a Google form. So,
very true.
Stay posted. Follow us. But before we end, because I was about to end, there is one more thing we want to shout out. It's our U.S. women's national soccer team. Woo-hoo. They have their final roster
Yes.
And
announced today.
Literally announced it today. It's all over my feed. Everyone's covering it. It's so cool.
And the way that they went about it was super fun.
So epic.
Yeah, super fun.
They had the president and the first lady and basically every celebrity you can think of announcing what players.
Speaking of Taylor Swift was in it. Megan Thee Stallion, to name a few.
Yeah, no, like literally everyone. And it's kind of cool because I feel like that just shows women's sports are growing. Women's soccer is so popular in the United States.
It really
especially
helped.
The national team.
I feel like it was one of the like pioneers that really kickstarted, hey, we really need to bring attention to women's sports. And
yes, I agree.
The value that's there.
I agree, especially when the team is that good. Yeah. So congrats to everyone who made the team. We'll post it on the story so if you're a soccer fan, you can be like, ooh, what's up? And if you're not, you can be like, ooh, what's up?
Yeah, you can learn.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for listening. We had fun, and we're just going to keep having fun with you as we go. Yeah. But that's all we've got from Calling
the Shots.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.